to the gist. Most of us would agree with the idea that focus is a good thing. But is it? What if we spend too much of our time focusing on the wrong things? This is where cultivating gratitude can help us direct our attention toward the right things. We talk a lot here about gratitude, and there's no better time than the Thanksgiving holiday to be reminded about all the benefits of grateful living. Here in Canada, we just finished celebrating this holiday, and next month, Americans will be doing the same. There are many similar festivals around the world that happen throughout the year, which include opportunities to give thanks or simply reflect on life. Hopefully, the attitude of thankfulness continues beyond these occasions and becomes a daily practice. While I feel that mindfulness and gratitude go hand in hand, sometimes the latter is a little more easily accessible and tangible. Acclaimed mindfulness teacher, author, and researcher Jon Kabat Zinn defines mindfulness as paying attention on purpose, moment by moment, non-judgmentally. It can be practiced through formal meditation, which allows you to sit quietly and notice your thoughts, and then extended to daily living by noticing your thoughts as each day unfolds and bringing yourself back into the moment that you are experiencing. To me, gratefulness is simply another flavor of mindfulness, because to be grateful, you also need to notice small things happening in each moment with an open rather than a judgmental mind. We get so caught up in our days, rushing from one task to the next, always thinking of the future. So often, it doesn't even occur to us to be grateful for any part of our day. But slowing down to notice the abundance in our lives creates a deep and lasting sense of joy. It might be as simple as taking note of our healthy bodies and the hundreds of processes that have to happen lockstep to allow us to even function. Or it could be soaking in the colors on a forest trail, or simply appreciating the miracle of technology that permits us to do innumerable things that we often take for granted. Gratitude for others is also incredibly helpful in our relationships. We are quick to focus on the flaws of other people, especially people we interact with frequently, like partners, children, or colleagues. Acknowledging other people's limitations is important, especially if they're causing harm in some way. But by and large, relationships are much more enjoyable if we choose to shine a light on the many wonderful qualities that other people might bring into our lives. Of course, being thankful in good times is much easier than when we're facing challenges. But even in those moments, we can consider whether we're potentially blowing a situation out of proportion. Are we letting small problems cloud our ability to see all the good in each day that is happening right alongside? By shifting our focus to all that is going well, we can put problems in perspective and handle them with more grace. Grateful living is not about being relentlessly positive, which can actually be toxic to ourselves and others. Rather, it's about acknowledging life in its entirety, including difficulties, but not letting those difficulties overtake our minds and blind us to the beauty in life. Perhaps the hardest time to feel grateful is when we feel like we've failed, when things didn't go as expected, or we're dealing with a deep sense of disappointment. At the heart of these feelings is fear that we can't handle the consequence of a certain failure or that we'll be unable to correct it. It's easy to slip into catastrophic thinking during such times. It may feel almost impossible or utterly ridiculous to even consider gratitude when we are feeling so down. It might only be in hindsight, when we've come out of our dark mood and sufficient time has passed, that we can interpret a particular failure as a lesson that we grew from in unexpected ways, or realize that we're capable of getting through it and able to move on from it successfully. However, if we make a commitment to gratitude as a daily practice, the benefits to our minds and bodies become quickly apparent. I've noticed that I feel more joyful day to day, more emotionally stable, more physically relaxed when I remember to have a grateful orientation towards my life. I'm better able to appreciate the people in my life, smile or laugh more, and generally take things a little less seriously. But the best way to experience the benefits of gratitude are by trying it in your own unique way and developing a practice that feels good for you. So, whether you're celebrating a Thanksgiving festival or are just interested in finding a simple way to bring more joy and positivity into your life, try giving thanks. Maybe it will be a silent practice in your own mind, or a journal you keep, or thoughts you've expressed to others. Whatever path you choose, I hope it brings you contentment and peace. Wishing you a wonderful week and see you next time on The Gist.